All right, here we go. So check it out. It's a hot topic, and we got a hot college player right now, which is Mr. Trae Young, the Oklahoma point guard, shooting guard, small
light-skinned
forward.
brothers on the rise, baby. Holding it down.
I want to get your take on your thoughts on Trae Young and the season that he's having. Mm-hmm. Where are you at right now with the whole Trae Young? I'm going to say, what word can I use? Mania? Okay, the Trae Young mania.
Can I go first?
I
just want to say.
This is going to be fun.
No.
I'm non-college.
No. As a matter of fact, I'm gonna let you go first. I just got to say something. The kid's playing well. Go ahead, Leaf. Go ahead.
It's fun to watch. Like, you know, you checking out their games. Even if you don't know Oklahoma's on, you're going to find the channel maybe second half and see what he's doing. I'm not going to lie. It's fun to watch. Yo, the kid is pulling from deep. Like, they double teaming him and he doing whatever he want. Yo, 43 and 11 in college is numbers.
It's real numbers.
It's numbers, bro.
From somebody that size as well. That's kind of crazy.
Yo, listen, man. It's fun to watch in college. It's making college exciting at this point. Because to be honest, besides that, college basketball right now is pretty boring. So it's something I'm enjoying to watch. I want to see him go against Kansas. I think that's gonna have a lot to show. You know, some better teams and stuff like that.
But he just had a bad game against K-State.
He did.
He had a bad game.
Mm-hmm.
So,
it's my go?
Yeah.
Nah,
he about to get drafted to the Sixers.
No, he's not. Hey, here's what I'm saying. We need to temper. I think the kid can play. I'm looking at, draft boards. He's number two now.
Number two, yeah.
Slow down, man. Slow down. Stop with
will be.
Yeah, listen, if somebody drafts number two, they do. I don't think he's the second best player in the nation. I don't think he's the second best player in the draft, in my opinion. I think that the kid he's not Steph. Like, let's not do that. He's not Steph, all right?
Steph wasn't Steph in college.
Right, but if you watch last night's game, who did they play? They played
K-State.
They were very physical with that kid. Mm-hmm. Very physical with him. He can't play that game.
But he was off, though. He had a bad game.
He had a
bad game.
In the NBA is a little bit different. I don't know if he's going to be able to implement his game in the NBA the way Steph was able to implement his game. It's all going to depend where he plays at. He's not one of those kids that can play anywhere, in my opinion. He's not one of those kids that you're just going to put anywhere. He's going to ball out like that. And he's going to be successful. I think he has to go to a setup for him. I think he has to go to Western Conference.
He has to back up Curry?
Listen, the kid's nice. He's putting up good numbers.
If you can remember in Davidson,
I don't like Oklahoma players, but
yeah, that was
if you can remember in Davidson, that
was the book on Steph. That was the book on Steph. Playing physical because he can shoot.
It's all about how better the kid's gonna get. Now, where the Steph comparison to me comes in is the range. The range is the excitement he's bringing to the game at this point. That's where it stops. I don't think their games are the same at all.
Is the excitement because he's being played up as Steph? Is that what
the excitement to me is what he's doing, the numbers he's putting up. That's what I'm excited about.
The excitement does come because you see the similarities in certain things that he does. His form is very similar to Steph's. He pulls from deep like Steph. He has a handle. He has court vision and all these things. So he is exciting to watch. And my thing is, because I'm not the biggest college basketball fan, is translating to the next level. I don't know what he's going to be. I think he could play. I don't know how good he's going to be on the next level. That's what I'm really interested to see.
He ain't better than Sexton.
I just don't think he's a top 5 pick.
I can say it right now. I think Avery hit on a point is is he going to have that kind of freedom at the next level?
Gotta go.
The freedom he has right now is because he is a special kid on a college team. I don't know if you're going to get that freedom if you go to other teams and a bad team. You know, that's another question is where would he get drafted at and what team he goes to and what point guard is in front of him. Is he going to have to come off the bench or do you move your starting point guard to bring in Trae Young?
If you believe in him, that's what you do.
Yeah.
If you think you're gonna build around him and you believe in him, that's what you do.
I don't know. I don't know if the kid is special on this level, but let's not act like we haven't seen small guards dominate in
Definitely,
the NBA.
he's putting up special numbers.
Yeah, but
I just don't. He's got to go to the right place. You know,
We'll
I can
see.
see that kid. I can see that kid coming in, going somewhere, not getting a lot of burn, and being a journeyman. You know what I'm saying? I've seen players like that just come in, put up shots.
to me,
you know what I'm saying?
He fits Phoenix right now.
Like Devin Booker.
Yeah, I mean, you know, that's
Phoenix got
what I see
91
him.
guards right now.
I
say he's Western
I
Conference
just said
type.
where I can see him fitting at. Okay, but let's just say he went to the Pistons. I don't see him fitting there.
Gotcha.
Because Gundy is not going to let him shoot like that and just have all that
Sometimes,
freedom.
I agree. But sometimes if somebody's special, man, and you see that they're special, you got to tailor your system to fit what it is that they do.
Facts, like Sexton.
What's that?
Like
What's
Ben
special
Simmons.
about
Still
that?
on Sexton.
Hey, listen, man,
Sexton.
shooting will keep you in the NBA, man. You can shoot.
No,
You're
without
always
a
gonna
doubt.
find a
No
job.
doubt. No doubt. That's why I said I can see him. He can end up being a journeyman somewhere.
But let me ask you this question. Is he, off of this bad game, is that the fluke or is that something that we're about to see him hit the wall?
We'll see. We'll see
Listen.
how the next team plays him.
Think about it. Where do all the players in the NCAA make their name? Let's see what he does in the tournament. Let's see what he does because that's where they rank number what? 4?
No,
Oklahoma. They were ranked number 4.
to the loss.
All right.
That's going to drop them to about maybe 8 or 9 now.
All right.
And who else is on that team though? Because look, I hate to bring it back to this, but Markelle Fultz was the number 1 pick in the draft, and nobody saw him because of where he was at, and he was the only player on that team in Washington, and he was putting up numbers when the entire game plan was based on stopping him. So I don't even know who else is on that Oklahoma team.
I don't know
really
who else
speak
is on
about.
that team that I can say puts up
I mean,
points.
the
I don't watch
the college basketball fans don't know. Can't tell
Honestly,
me that
last
else.
night was the first time
They got-
I've seen
they got a
Trae
cut.
Young play.
They got a couple players.
They have that the forward who can shoot threes who spread the floor. He's pretty good. But I mean, again, it's Oklahoma. You know,
Pac-12.
It's just a Big 12.
Trash NBA players.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
Blake is trash.
You know how I feel about Blake. Overrated.
CP guard.
with the hands on
He's
the
about to-
point guard.
Yeah, he's about to have.
He's about to choke him out. He's about to choke him out. Choke out the point guard.
Okay, let me ask the question. So, do you see Trae Young carrying this through the entire season? What the numbers he's putting up now, is it because it's early? Do you think it'll translate later?
It's not really early anymore.
It's not early anymore.
Well,
Not
that's
anymore,
why I
you know
said, that's why I asked the question about the wall, because right where we are right now in January, you 2 months from the actual dance. So
Next couple games tell because they in Big 12 play now. A Big 12 team just made him look bad. So we're going to see. We're going to see where he goes from here and if he carries it on. And like I said, the tournament is where you make your name. Like, I can use Dwayne Wade, for example. You're a Big East fan. You might have knew him, but he shot up that draft board because what he did in that NCAA tournament.
but he was also had 2 other players with him on that Marquette team.
He was
I mean, but he
Tony
became the star.
He became
the star without a
star.
doubt.
What, they played 4 games? He had 3 triple doubles, and he was putting up
trust me,
numbers.
he became the star, but he was not the man.
But that's
going
what I'm
into
saying. Is the
season.
tournament, like the
tournament made him
the
for
tournament
sure.
Well, then
set
that's
you
kind
apart.
of we're kind of similar to what we're talking about then, because before we haven't gotten to the tournament and that remains to be seen. But before the season, nobody was saying Trae Young is going to go into this season and kill. We were talking about Sexton and a bunch of other people.
But Trae Young had a name though. He came into the season with a name.
Yeah.
So what he was going to do with it, and then you understand the coach is giving him freedom to do what he want to do.
And they basically spread the floor,
Right.
Because they got shooters. They spread the
They
floor.
spread
Just
the
let the
floor
three.
for him.
You
Shoot
got
40%
let the
from the
three
three.
fly.
Yeah, they're
He's pulling from deep.
He's pulling from NBA range
Shoot
too.
40%.
Past
from three.
NBA range.
Shooting
let's-
50 from the field.
Let's
alone.
remember, it doesn't always translate.
We know that. We know
Doesn't
that.
always
Absolutely.
translate. What you do in college does not
Absolutely.
always translate. So that's why a lot of times there's a lot of stock put in how you shoot in college, and it because one guy that we can talk about is Buddy Hield.
Oh yeah, he was lights out.
Yeah.
Buddy Hield put up numbers.
I keep.
He put up numbers. He's a shooter,
tournament.
scorer.
The only problem to me with Hill
I give
was
Buddy Hield a pass.
he was undersized in college. Like he's a
was
two
not
guard.
really able to create his own shot.
But he's not shooting the lights out that he shot in college. He didn't translate to what he's doing now.
And the reason
That's
why I
my
give
point.
Buddy Hield a pass is Buddy Hield hasn't been playing basketball for more than 6 years.
I'm not saying
So I
no to
give him
that.
a pass.
You give Embiid a pass?
Yes, I say that all the time. I give Embiid a pass because of that.
But again,
I don't understand where Embiid came in this whole
He's only been playing
conversation.
basketball for 7 years.
Oh, okay.
the thing I'm saying is his
Put up
shooting
like
did not
25.
translate over. Reason why is
he
because
had a couple good games,
but it hasn't translated. That's my only point. It hasn't moved over to the league. So that's why I said a lot of times shooters don't always get to the next level and shoot well.
That's true. Look,
And Oklahoma has a crazy track record. Blake Griffin to me is one of the best players coming out of Oklahoma.
I think the difference with Trae Young to me is
best players. What's his name?
It's really is that we're talking about Buddy Hield and all these players that it didn't translate. They missed a key element of the NBA game, which is being able to pull up off the dribble. And I think why this kid is special, being able to do that. I think Buddy Hield, a lot of it was coming off of screens and
Buddy
stuff
Hield
like
could pull up
he
off
could,
the
but
dribble.
not like
He can
this.
create
There's
his
a
own shot.
difference.
In
There's a
college, Buddy
difference.
Hield
I don't
created
feel like
his
he
own
was
shot.
that great at creating his own shot in college. I think he just was wet from any range.
But he
his
can
jump shot was
pull
one.
at any time. I mean, he had the green light.
I mean, when I say pulling up off the dribble, I understand what you mean. I mean, like, I kind of mean like, sorry to keep coming back to Steph, but like that Steph being able to like coming out of a crossover, don't matter where I'm at in my dribble, I can pull up and shoot.
Buddy Hield is shooting 43 from 3 this year.
43 what?
Percent.
Really?
How many minutes he getting a night is a question.
Yeah, how many attempts?
24.
He's getting 24 minutes a night. That's not
24.
bad. That's not bad.
How many attempts?
6.
What about Fox? Is he playing? He's even playing.
Yeah, he playing.
Oh, okay.
They trying to trade. What you call it?
That's why I said it's going to be interesting to see
don't want no
how
problems with the
this
first
works
connection.
out. But the other thing is this: what is Buddy Hield's size? I think he's 6'4",
He's about 6'4". Yeah.
6'5".
Probably more like 6'2" in real life.
Well, what is Trae Young in real life? They got him
He
listed
probably
at
like
what,
5'10".
6'1"? He's probably like 5'10".
6'4". That's what I thought. So I sit here and say the difference of Trae Young pulling off the dribble. He needs space because
But he
he's small.
creates space with his handle.
He does.
He creates
And
space
he's
with
not
his handle.
as tall as Steph.
Right.
He's not as tall as Steph.
He's not as tall.
Yeah,
So-
we'll see. We'll see what happens.
It's going to be interesting. We're going to find out more. We'll talk about it more as we get closer to
Light-skinned brothers on the rise.
Madness.
Sexton.
Sexton.
Going to the Knicks.
All right, y'all. Listen, once again, thank you for tuning in. This is Our Take. Peace.
This is made, though. Snare and hard kick. This is it. The cocaine and the crack. They all sound the same to me.
There's a war going on outside, no man is safe from. Take me out of here.
Tell them what we came from.
That's how I'm living.
That's how we do it. That's just the way it is. That's the reason why I came to you.
Drink and women and money.